Backyard Brains introduces the human-human interface, where the muscle activity of one human can control the muscle activity of another human. This demo can serve as a compelling introduction to neural prosthetics, where scientists and engineers can make interfaces with the muscles and nerves of the human body. Our willing participants in this experiment, regulars of the Santiago makerspace, shall be Gabriela as the controlled human and Joaquin as the controller human. The equipment consists of our EMG SpikerShield mated to an Arduino, a TENS, a transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulator, a USB battery, and optionally a speaker to hear the electromyographic activity. The ulnar nerve is one of the most easily accessible nerves in the human body and is responsible for, among other things, flexion of the final 3 digits of your hand. Joaquin is going to place surface electrodes above the ulnar nerve on the forearm of Gabriela. He is then connecting the 10 stimulation cables to the electrodes. And since Joaquin is the controller human, Gabriela is placing 2 electrodes along his forearm muscle and a ground electrode on the back of his hand, much in the same way as with our other EMG experiments. But what are we doing here? The EMG SpikerShield is amplifying the small electrical voltages generated by the muscles of Joaquin as he contracts. The EMG SpikerShield is mated to an Arduino, and the Arduino is using this information to activate a bank of lights and also turn on a relay, which ultimately turns on a TENS and excites the ulnar nerve of Gabriela. There are 2 buttons on this custom shield. The button closest to the green LEDs activates the relay and hence the TENS. It can be used to determine the threshold. While Gabriela is pushing down on this button, Joaquin is slowly increasing the amplitude of the TENS unit until we see visible muscle movement and hence have achieved our threshold. And now we are ready. If Joaquin flexes his forearm muscles with sufficient intensity, it will drive the activation of the LEDs and relay, causing the ulnar nerve of Gabriela to fire more impulses and hence her muscles to contract.
Dale.
Okay, otra vez. And the button closest to the red LEDs switches between a high activation and low activation mode, so you can decide how hard you want to make it for the controller human to control the controlled human. Introduce your students to the exciting field of neuroprosthetics in an interactive way. Backyard Brains, neuroscience for everyone.